Welcome to a new video in my series on how to use MyCase Accounting. So today I want to talk about the banking tab. So how I got here was I started with the accounting menu and then dropped down and went to banking. Alternatively, if you pick accounting, all of that submenu populates on this top row up here as well. And then within the banking tab, we now have 4 different sections that we can look at within the banking section of MyCase. So within banking, we have our banking. I also consider this to be a dashboard. So this is very specific dashboard to banking. And it's going to list out all the different types of bank accounts that we have set up in MyCase Accounting. This account name column is whatever you call internally this bank account. The account type is what you set up when you initially set up this account. You told MyCase whether this was a checking account, a trust account, a savings account, and so forth. Institution, this is nice to have as a reference point because if you bank at multiple banks, then you might have 2 operating accounts, one at Chase Bank and one at Wells Fargo. And so here, this would just be if listing the institution will help you further differentiate which account is which in your dashboard here. Last 4 digits, again, is another reference point, and I love this. In other systems outside of MyCase, that if I do bookkeeping, I actually put this information in the account name. So it's nice to be able to have it in separate fields here. In other bookkeeping systems, will put operating account, checking, Martel, Sardina, X, meaning it's the last couple of digits, 0, 1, 2, 3. I put all of this information abbreviated in the account name. So it's nice in MyCase Accounting that we can have these in separate fields. But this page just gives you your list of your bank accounts. And then if you have connected your bank accounts from MyCase Accounting using the Plaid integration to your online bank account, then right here is going to give you a quick overview of what the bank balance, meaning what is the balance for each of these accounts per your bank as of right now. MyCase account balance, this is when you go through all the transactions that you have posted in your books. This is what the balances are on your books. So we have bank balance versus book balance, and they may not match. You see how these don't match, but this is because this is a demo account of MyCase, and there's no bank accounts because these are not real bank accounts. So these are not connected to be able to pull in a bank balance. But unless all transactions that have cleared the bank, these won't match. But in here, it'll give you your unreviewed transactions. And then you also have the ability to where you can go and you can edit. For some reason, if you want to go in and you want to change, like here, this bank name was blank. So we can add in Chase Bank. And then this is for this first one. So name of this account, we have the ability to change that. The account number, we can add 9876, the last 4 digits. And then these are not changeable because that was part of your setup. But then we can go ahead and update the bank balance. And now you see where I updated to Chase Bank with the last 4 digits of 9876. So that got updated. Other than edit, the other thing that you can do here, there's these little filing cabinets, and this means archive. If you get to a point where you have changed banks for whatever reason, it doesn't matter, but you're done posting all the transactions, you've reconciled the account, so you know you're good, you're no longer going to use it, you're going to go ahead and archive it. Why archiving is good is because it removes it from this visual. It also removes it from being an option when you're posting new transactions. But when you archive it, it doesn't mean you lose any of that information. In fact, the way databases work, once you start using information or start using an account and posting transactions to it, you can't truly delete it. You can just make sure that you don't use it for future use. But if we archived any of these accounts, the detail is still there and it's still visible on any reports that we pull. It's just not available to be posting new information to. That's what archive means. So the last 2 things on this screen, there's manage accounts and there's add bank accounts. Now, these 2 things are similar but slightly different. I'll start with add bank account first. Add bank account is going in and we're adding a brand new general ledger account. So we're going to go in and type in the bank name, the name of the account type. We can pick whether it's a checking or a credit card. And then last 4 digits, date of the first transaction. When did you open this account and what's the original balance? Typically, date of the initial account balance is the date you open the account and the initial account balance is 0. That's typically where you start. And then we would save this bank account. Manage accounts is managing the online banking linking. So to get your transactions to come in, import, syncing, however you want to refer to that, from your online bank accounts. That's what manage accounts does. It's going to take you to the Plaid interface so that you can get those set up. The one last thing in here is there is the ability to change the size of the text, which I love because I'm getting old and I need new glasses. So those are the couple of things on this banking screen. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below.